All right, what we got going on over here?
Test fitting things.
Yeah, pull up. Look at that.
Oh.
Okay, first thing we bored the sleeve off. For what reason?
So it would fit over any piston size.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well,
maybe a 131 might not go, but
yeah, you know.
Up 4 1/4 maybe, but yeah, definitely anything under 4 1/4 will clear it.
Right.
With the rings already on the pistons, you don't have to pull the pistons off.
Right.
We had to clearance this off because it was hitting the lifter block.
Right.
So we found out that's the difference between the front and rear cylinder.
Yep.
This notch right here is slightly overset.
Yep.
So we shaved that off video, of course. We trued the plate up and got it nice and square off video.
Yep.
So it's 1 thou out all the way around total. Okay, so we have a little bit of jiggle in here that we don't like. So, which is still pretty damn close. Realistically, it's probably close enough. We don't have to worry about that.
But we're going to worry about it because that's what we do here at
Yeah, we worry about
Machine.
it. So I'm going to make me a bushing up. Then we're going to catch it on the lip of the stud, which is right here, which is a 506 to a 507 diameter, but it's not concentric or round or anything, so who knows. So I'm going to make me a bushing that goes in there and catches it, so they'll have a little counterbore at the very end.
Right.
And that way it'll center right here and not take this jiggle out. And then we got to make we have to hone one of these out for this to go in because it's what 6 thou, 8 thou undersize. So we're gonna pick the worst looking one. So pick the worst looking one, and then we're gonna make another one for the tap. We're gonna make it out of steel, which is this piece right here. It's all steel. So if you put this in a hardened bushing, theoretically it doesn't hurt it, but obviously if it's soft steel, it won't hurt it at all. And aluminum will probably be too soft, so we'll make it out of steel. And then that'll support that for the power tapping. And this one here, we're going to figure out we're going to make this one work too. So this was what, 5 thou, 3 thou different than the drill? So I don't think I'm going to make a special one for that, but I might if I get pissed off. I'm going to make another one for that.
Technically, we shouldn't have to, right?
Well, we got all the bushings sitting here, so it's not like we can't make another one. We got 4 of them here. We only need 1.
Technically, this should just sit. This should drop. This should center itself.
Yeah, but it's got to be concentric. Or you know, don't want to have any lean to it.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So what's the 2 worst bushings we got with the ID hole?
I don't know.
Well, look at the light. Look at it.
Well, I looked at one of them. It had a long mark down it, but
okay, give me the worst one.
It looked like it was just oil from me sliding it down the thing.
I'll pick out the worst one and second worst one. This has a lot of rust on the outside. This one here has a little bit of rust on the outside. This has a heavy rust on the outside. So these 2 are heavily rusted on the outside.
Well, this one's broken.
This one's good. I mean, it's broken.
It's broken.
Where?
Right there.
You mean that notch?
Yeah.
Defective?
It's broken.
Yeah, but this has the least amount of rust on the outside. It's the most accurate one we got.
Well, there you go.
How's the ID look?
Sucks.
How's the ID look?
This one has rust on the inside and outside. This one looks.
I think that's the best one we got.
That's yeah.
Okay, these are 2 worst. You got the most rust on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, these are 2, and this is the worst one of the 2. Okay, so I'm gonna try to hone these out. Now I'm gonna need some way of holding these. So how are we gonna hold these?
Shit, good question. I don't have those answers.
So this is gonna be for that one. That feels like a lot more. Why don't you go grab that good caliper over there and let's see what we really got to cut these out. Because that feels like more than just a few thou there. It's going to be a lot. Going to be a lot of honing. Like in probably an hour plus.
What am I doing?
Measure the OD of that.
Okay, OD.
And this has the carbide tips on it, so it shouldn't wear. It's going to be accurate as hell.
453.
Okay, now check the ID.
450. Yeah, 453.
The ID of the 2 bushings. Which one's bigger? Probably the same damn bushings.
445.
55. Oh, 45 and a half.
Yeah, 445.
And we wanted 53, so we got 8.5 thou.
Yep.
Be a lot of
That's not
honing
bad.
on a full hard bush, and that's a lot of material to take off.
Yeah, 445.
They're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, right to the nut. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna hold on to those. And that one's what, 49?
49.
49. So that's only half as far. All right, I'll probably just make one for both. What the hell? It doesn't make any difference. I got plenty of material to use, so might as well make them right. All right, I'm gonna go figure out how I'm gonna hold on to those, and we'll be back. Okay, we're figuring out what we're gonna do here in drill bushing and stuff. So I'm gonna make up two different ones right now. So I went and got my tap handle, and so that has a V-notch in it, so I can hold a round thing. I tightened it up. Damn light, stay on. So now that gives me a good holding power for holding my drill bushing. Now these are drills because they're made to go on fixtures like this. You pop in there and you put a drill in there and they don't wear because these are heat treated tool steel material. They're strong as hell. So now I can go over here and hone it out with a hone. Ah! Yeah, that hurts when you hit it. So we'll grab one of these hones over here and you stick it in there and you go back and forth about 1,000,000 times. It's to be one of these small ones over here. And you stick it over here and go back and forth a bunch of times. And you hone the piss out of it. So one I got to take out about 4-ish thou, and the other one's about 8. I think was the numbers we're coming up with. Or maybe it's 5 and 9. I don't know, something like that. So anyway, what he's going to do is going to take one to work and try to bore it out at their fancy new machine shop. So maybe he can get one of these bored out because these are probably 60 Rockwell, real hard. So, and if that don't work, I'm just going to hone the hell out of them until I get done with it. So he's going to make up the soft steel one for the tap, and then he's going to make up another one for this one here. And no, not this one. Yeah, I'm going to hone this one. This one I'm going to make. He's going to make the one for holding the drill. He took the drill with him. The other one's a drill. This one here is going to be a soft steel one. It just drops in. This is the piece they give you for stock. And look at the clearances they're using here. I don't know if you can see the clearance there, but it's got a lot of it in there. It's not exactly precision. We're going to be way better than that. And then the other one's going to be the one that goes in here, catches the bottom of the stud, which is right here, this lip. And that should center this block up so it doesn't shake like this. Take almost all of that shakiness out of it. So anyway, this just slips on down. We got the dowels here, which are slightly loose. That's how they make them. It slides over, and we catch those two dowels. And like I said, if we can use one of these two here as a dowel, that's way, the further away you get on the next leg, the more accurate it becomes. So we'll do that. So this is pretty accurately made. Like I said, it's big enough to go over the piston, so you don't have to worry about it. It drops right down when you get in the right spot, and like that. Now, before, when you look down the holes here, the holes were not very centered. The studs were not centering these holes. So now when you look at these here, you can see they look pretty centered. So I'm trying to get what you can see in there. So these look pretty nicely centered now. And like I said, you do have a little bit of jiggle in here like that we're going to try and eliminate. So that way, if someone has a broken off stud or a hole that's really badly stripped out and kind of hogged out a little bit sideways, we don't have a lot to work with, obviously, because these are pretty thin. But at least when we drill them, it's going to be right on center, going straight down. Shouldn't have any problem. And if there's actually a broken stud in there, I can take another drill bushing and stick in there and put a hole, like a 3/8 bit in there or 5/16 bit, and drill right down through the center of the stud, and then put an easy out in there, pull it out. At least attempt to. These are all 3/4 inch ones over here, which have different hole size, and these are for the twin cam tool, which is this one. So, except my tool's actually missing. That's the extra one. That was a sample I made. I don't know where the original ones are at. The original one has all 4 of these holes I made for bushing. They're gone, so it's missing in action. But anyway, these are all 3/4 holes that go inside here. See, but it won't go over the stud because it's wrong size. But anyway, you can put these in the hole. If you had this broken off stud, put this in here. And if this is actually a, whatever size this is, 3/8 or 5/16, you can put a drill in there and drill straight through right on dead nuts on center, and not to worry about trying to find the center location. You see they're made to go in a hole like that. So yeah, I got a bunch of different ones of those to choose from. So we can pull a couple out for doing stuff like that too. Alright, so he's going to get those 2 drill bushings made. He's going to try to machine up the big one. And then if that doesn't, he can't get that done on the machine part of the big one, then I'll go ahead and hone it out, and I'll just hone until we'll get it done. So I'll do that tomorrow on my own for this one, and then he'll come back and we'll see what we got to work with. But I'm not going to use this fancy tool here. Garbage. I guess you're supposed to somehow hold that on center. I don't know, that doesn't, I don't know. Not very good. I don't like it. Much better. Then it gives me something to do with junk cylinders, you know, small ones nobody wants. So, now I got I got a short stroke cylinder here. Anybody wants one? There you go. Can make another tool out of this one, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. We can make a drill fixture for a head. That's bad. Who knows? Always do something with these things. You never know what you're gonna do with these things. Nothing else, use them for a press plate. You know, they come in handy for different things. You never know. You'd be surprised what you can do with junk parts that you don't know what to do with. All right, that's it for tonight on that. We'll start us tomorrow and hopefully get that, do some hole repair. We'll see.